What's up, guys? Another video. This is gonna get uploaded later due to reasons, but I got this knife yesterday, which was August 1st, and basically, I no longer have my Dolo. I traded it for this, and I think it was worth it. But I want to talk about this knife, and I also want to talk about just like what is the point of expensive knives. I did record an unboxing. I was not happy with it because I didn't know. I was very scatterbrained and wasn't talking good. So this is another Mantis knife. This is the Iris. This is a collab between Mantis, who hand grinds the blades, and Contraption Collection, who machines the handles. He's the guy that's making the Bally scissors, which really hope those come out soon. I've been waiting 2 long years. But basically, there's only gonna be 10 of these. He's making the 5th one right now. I'm gonna try and buy it and then sell this. But I figured I'd have an easier time selling this than the Idolo, and if I didn't get that Iris that he's making, then I'll just keep this one. So basically, this is channel Thai. I don't know the blade steel, but actually I don't know what blade steel he uses. That's a good question to ask him. Big sad, Mantis is using stainless steel washers now. I obviously changed that out, focus, because stainless steel is icky poopy, and I don't want my nice hand-ground blade to become the primary wear item in my battle song. So, changed that out. Literally just had to swap the bushings, and I even tuned them a little tighter. It's got a little bit of wiggle. I might, nah, I probably won't take it any tighter. This thing sounds insane. This is heavily inspired off 3 things, mainly the Paradigm, which I will go yoink real quick. He asked Stitch if he could use these tiny holes, and Stitch is cool and was like, I don't own that, do whatever you want. So we got the tiny holes, the slot. The long slot was inspired by the Hysteria. I still need to get one of those. That's like one of the last knives I want besides like a Bowie G10 Wraith. And this texture was inspired by EDCK gun grip scales, which are an old scale replacement for the Benchmade 51. This is almost a perfect knife for me. It's just lacking some ass weight. I wish the speed channel wasn't as long. Like, the channel's kind of long, and then the speed channel's long, and then the hole pattern's long. It doesn't really need it because this blade's pretty thin, but he does do thicker blades, different blade shapes. I might 3D print some like stainless steel PLA stuff to like stick in the bottom of the handles. But I don't know. It's kind of like a little bit handle biased as is, but I think extra either blade weight or handle end weight would definitely help this knife. Also, big old nip. It is a little pinchy. Also, there's like there's a lot of hardware in this knife. These screws, these are JK Thai T8 screws, and then you say knife maker. So there's a lot of hardware. So it does feel a little pivot heavy. Which is, it is what it is. But also these are kind of sharp and pointy down here. This is a raw machine finish. It is a very good machine finish. I did do a little satin to the sides of the handles, just to remove some of this. There's some scratches, so just to remove some of those. But like, it's really hard to tell that this is like a raw machine finish. It's really good. I just wish maybe just a quick pass over a Scotch-Brite belt to like smooth out this texture a little bit, which I might do. I don't know. This thing sounds crazy. I mean, it's 4 long beams of titanium. I got it sounding way better than I tuned it properly on Foster Bronze. Kind of reminds me of the Swift T with that, like, it's a very like wireframey knife, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's like very material removed. This is about 4.25 ounces. Feels maybe a little lighter just because, I don't know. It feels lighter because it has like no ass weight, but then it feels heavier because of the pivot weight. His blade shape is very cool. He's got a cool hollow grind. I don't know how he does those. Or, I don't know. Very unique. Very him. But yeah, there's only gonna be 10 of these. So not really like a recommendable knife, obviously. Also, it's a bit small. It's a hair smaller than the crack, and this is like 5.5 inches. So very cool. But basically, like, what is the point of really rare, expensive knives? Because, like, you're not getting more flipping performance from them most of the time. Like, anything over, like, $500-600, you're not really... You're just getting a different, like, feel. And you're theoretically paying for the craftsmanship. Theoretically. It's not always true. JK. But, you know, like, let me think a bit. I need to think. So, like, I need to, like, make a bullet point list and I should have made a bullet point list or something. But theoretically, you know, you're paying for, like, having it as a collector's piece. Like, you can obviously still flip it, but, you know, stuff like this is mainly for collectors. And a lot of people don't like collectors that don't flip or can't flip, and they're like, why do you have all these knives? Like, you're not even flipping them. And honestly, it hurts me a little bit when you see people like old school with their tens of thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of knives. Honestly, that dude has so many knives. Oh my god. Like, it hurts a bit because, you know, that knife is just sitting on a shelf and it's not getting used or flipped or loved. It just sits there and look nice, which is basically what was happening with my Idolo. Because, like, it's like, fun as that was to flip, it's just like it wasn't very competitive. I mean, neither is this really, but like this is a little better. So it's just sat there, and I try, if I don't flip stuff, like, I'll get rid of it. Or if I don't like how it flips, I'll get rid of it. Like, I get knives, like, I collect knives, but then if I don't, like flipping them, like, what's the point of having it? It just sits there. I don't want to hoard knives, you know? Like, old school. But, or, like, I could name a couple other people, but, I don't know. I mean, old school's cool. I feel like I'm hating on him too much. I don't know. But, ow. Yeah, this thing's been tearing up my arm. I like, was trying to hit a clip, and I kept doing giraffes, and it just, like, I do the giraffe, and it looks like I'm self-harming, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. But, like, it's not, like, it's just cool to have, you know? It's like how people collect Pokemon cards, or shoes that they don't use, or, like, guns. Like, just having stuff can be very, I don't want to say fulfilling, because that makes me sound like I'm a very materialistic person. But, like, you know, like, you can, like, these are, like, ultimate grail level knives. And, like, once you, like, get it, it's like you're satisfied, and then you're like, what do I do now, though? Because, like, I have it, like, I'm no longer, like, lusting after the knife. Like, what do I do? And you just, like, keep moving on to the next thing. At least that's how that's what it's been like for me. I feel like I'm moving on too fast, you know. But yeah, so there's really no point flipping wise to get something really, really expensive and rare unless you like how it looks or how it feels or how it flips. But, like, performance isn't really gonna increase. You're not like nothing. There's no knife that flips like $1,000, but there's knives that feel like $1,000, you know, or that look like $1,000, or that have had $1,000 worth of effort put into them, or materials, you know. So purely flipping wise, there's not really a point. But you know, pretty knife, shiny, ooh. And that's what I want to talk about today. I might make another video that I'm gonna actually post today about some other knives that I've gotten that I need to talk about still. Like maybe that guy. I don't know. But yeah. Peace.